hoppy flavor. That little recipe went on to become our flagship beer and inspired a generation of brewers and beer lovers. From that first batch to today, Stone IPA is still the iconic West Coast style IPA.
Hey, USC Trojans, ready to one-up your rivals off the field? Abbott and the Big Ten are back with the We Give Blood Drive. By showing up to donate blood, you can help your school win $1 million for student or community health. Score a limited edition home field design USC Trojan t-shirt and, most importantly, save lives. Go to big10.org/Abbott to find a donation location and put USC in the lead. This is USC football on the home of the Trojans. 710 ESPN and the all-new ESPN LA app. Your destination for LA sports. Fight on!
Team stats for the Trojans to beat Michigan State 45-31. 27 first downs to 19 for Sparty. Rushing yards 283 on 37 attempts to 108 for Michigan State on 31 attempts. So the average per 7.6 for SC and 3.5 for Michigan State. That's a big difference. Receiving yards, 234, 225 SC. The interesting stat there, the fact that the Trojans only had 11.7 yards per catch. Michigan State had 17.3 in the passing situation. Passing total offense, 63 plays, 54 for Michigan State. Total offense, 517 to 333. Any other interesting stats there? Trojans lost a fumble. I think that was the only turnover of the game. Penalties 9 for 67. Still got to clean that up more. Michigan State 5 for 48. Third and fourth downs, SC was 9 of 13. That's really good. 5 of 12. Not terrible for Michigan State as the Trojans win the ball game by a 45-31 count. Let's take a look at some individual numbers. First of all, for the Spartans. Childs, the quarterback, 12 of 21 on his return home for 212 yards, 3 touchdowns as it turned out, and was sacked a couple of times. Trojans had him under pressure all night long. Omari Kelly caught 6 passes for 133, including that long 75-yarder at the end of the game, for 1 touchdown. McCray caught a broken coverage touchdown pass early. And Velling, their tight end, caught a 1-yard touchdown pass. So those were the 3. Rushing, Frazier, 14 carries, 61 yards. Childs ran for 31 and a touchdown for Michigan State. For the Trojans, Jaden Mayava was just Jaden Mayava tonight. 20 of 26, 77%, 234 and 3 touchdowns, was never sacked. Lemon caught 8 for 127 and won by far the leading receiver. Other touchdowns for Walker Lyons and Tanook Hines. The running game was on. Waymon Jordan, 18 carries, 157. Sanders, 13 carries and 84 yards. Mayava gained 31 and 2 touchdowns for Mayava on the ground. And Makai Lemon with 1 touchdown on the ground on an end around for USC. So those are the stats individually and team-wise. And this is the Modelo Locker Room Report. And so Jordan Moore has our first player guest down in the locker room. Jordan.
Yeah, I've got Braylon Shelby. Braylon, just another huge night for this pass rush. How much are you guys feeding off of each other at this point? Because as we've talked about, it's not just one guy. It's just a group of you guys hunting like a pack.
Man, it's everything. That's been our mentality going into each and every single game. And when we started the season, is rush is one. You know, when sometimes you might not make the play, but you might feed the sack to your brother or pass rush, that's our whole initiative. We wanted to change the narrative from last year. Last year, we couldn't get after the quarterback. We couldn't do this. We couldn't do that. So, going into this offseason, like what I've been saying, that was a key focus for us, a super key focus for us. So being able to showcase our talents on that field and kind of give the world, what we can do, what we are about, that's who we are.
It was a frustrating third quarter, but then the offense gets the touchdown to open it up again to 14, 8.5 minutes left. You guys come back in the field. We were talking about it. That's when a pass rush can finish a game because Michigan State had to pick up the pace a little bit. How did you guys recover after a couple frustrating series?
This game of football comes with ups and downs. So it's about keeping your head high, going back out on the field and still giving it your all. So with offense, we appreciate them. We love them. Thank you, offense, for giving us another chance to go out there and go prove ourselves. And we know we have to get off the field on that third down, those key third down, fourth down. So pass rush is everything. And being able to get home, being able to get there, and we did that. We appreciate that.
Guys, go ahead for Braylon.
Braylon, Sean Cody in the booth. Congratulations on the win tonight. What was the game plan going against Aiden Childs? We know a quarterback that could run around. You guys did a pretty good job of containing the run game tonight from him.
Yeah, containment was a pretty huge thing for us going into this game. We knew he's a big spinner out to his our right side, his left side, and they like a lot of boots to the left side. So going into this game, we knew that containing him was a big part of this game, and I feel like we did a pretty good job at it. There's a few times where he got out of containment. We charged it to the game, and we kept our heads high, and we went straight back to what we knew in the game plan.
I got 12-15 on Sunday morning here, bud. How many times you played a game into the next day?
Man, this might be the first time. I feel like last time we might have had one last year, but this is the first time. Like, it's literally 12 o'clock Sunday. It's crazy. But we got the dub, and we back at it next week.
Pete Arbogast upstairs. I only have one for you, and it's kind of a mentality question about defensive linemen and the defense in particular. I know you want to get to the quarterback. I know you want to stop the running back for tackles for loss and all, but is it equally important just to make them uncomfortable in the backfield, make the quarterback not comfortable back there?
100%. Pressure is everything. And just physicality overall. Whether it's a run or a pass, being physical, getting the offensive line minds, getting the quarterback's mind, it really has a heavy effect on the game. So being able to do that is it's key. It's key to winning a game.
I know it's hard to say because the team has 14 sacks and 31 tackles for loss coming into this game. Do you still feel like it's a work in progress, or do you feel like the progress is really being made? This is coming along really, really well.
Oh, it's coming along good, but I feel like we still got more in store. I feel like there's still a lot of left in the tank. There's still teams that we got to play, so still opportunities that we got to take. So we're just waiting on those and waiting to showcase and get our opportunity.
Have a good night's sleep. We'll see you out at practice and on the plane next week.
100%. Y'all have a good night.
All right, Braylon Shelby, defensive end for the Trojans. We'll check the defensive stats as well. We'll be going back to the locker room in just a moment for Jordan and another player interview on the Modelo Locker Room Report as the Trojans defeat Michigan State here at the Coliseum this morning, 45-31. Back after these messages on the ESPN LA USC Trojans Media Network.
Jersey Mike's subs are great to enjoy in all kinds of places.
So I can have a BLT at the lake?
Exactly.
Or a Mike's Famous Philly on the road?
Sure thing.
Or a number 4 when I'm riding a bike.
That might be too hard. How would you steer?
It's a tandem bike.
And who's steering?
That's a good point. Well, hey, are you free for the next, half hour?
Sure. I got nothing else going on today.
Sick. Hop on.
Freshly sliced and freshly grilled subs for any time, anywhere. It's a Jersey Mike's thing. A sub above.
It takes hard work to be the best in the game. Planning, commitment, resilience, sweat. That's why Old Dominion Freight Line, the #1 national LTL carrier for quality, works hard to be the best in the game and is proud to support those striving to be the best in theirs. Old Dominion Freight Line, official freight carrier of USC Athletics, helping the world keep promises.
The road is calling. Embrace the thrill of the drive with the fully electric Audi Q6 e-tron. Featuring effortless power, serious acceleration, and advanced Audi tech. The next chapter of Audi is here. Get exceptional offers at your local Audi dealer.
Visit SoCalAudiDealers.com for more information.
You're listening to USC Football.
Hear every moment of USC football on 710 ESPN and the all-new ESPN LA app.
SC wins over Michigan State 45-31. Now the band is leaving and everybody's going home except us. We'll stay here on the Modelo Locker Room Report until we hear from the coach. As USC defensively led by Tompkins and Gentry with 6 tackles each. Doesn't Eric Gentry lead every week? 2 tackles for loss for Gentry. We look at the sack numbers. Shelby had 1. We just talked to him. Sacks for Shelby and Devin Tompkins. Looking at some other numbers here to see. Stevens had 5 tackles. Fitzgerald and Pierce had 4 each for USC. Back down to the locker room, Jordan Moore's got another guest.
I've got Wayman Jordan, another big night for Waymo. They came into this one, they were number 9 in the country in run defense. Did you guys feel like you had some opportunities, though, coming into this night to have a big one?
Yes, that was the challenge all week. They said we wasn't going to run the ball, and that was the challenge all week was to come and out-physical them, and just run the ball, honestly.
Talk about your offensive line a little bit. Even with Elijah Page going down tonight, it felt like Jaden had a great pocket. It felt like you were getting to the second, third level, and obviously you're devastating once you get there. Those guys are always not talked about enough. What have you seen from that group so far?
I mean, honestly, just coming to work every day in practice, like they bring the energy. Every team period, they bring in the energy, and I see them attack it every day. I mean, they knew the challenge, and they knew what they are like. They know what they are like. They are a great O-line, so they come to work every day, honestly, and they just don't get enough credit for how they work, honestly.
Guys, go ahead for Waymo.
Waymo, Sean, Cody in the booth here, man. Congratulations on the big night, toting the ball tonight. I want to know about your guys' style in the backfield, right? You have a much different style than Eli Sanders and him from you. What do you guys see from each other's game that you can appreciate when he gets out there versus when you get out there and your different styles?
Honestly, we just compliment each other, and we talk about runs every time we come off the field, and that's just how we practice. We try to compliment each other as best as we can.
I have a question about the hurdles tonight, man. One successful hurdle, it looked beautiful, it was over the top, and the other one, the defender was ready for that hurdle. Walk us through those hurdle plays, man.
The first one, that was just something I worked on.
You look like a track spinner on that one, like you did hurdles in high school.
Yeah, I done worked on that, like with one of my trainers back at home. He'll be throwing a ball at me, and I'll have to jump over it on the sideline. And then the second one, I don't know. I think I was just feeling it a little bit. I thought he was going to dive, and I was going to jump over him. But once I got in the air and I seen it, I just said, "Oh man."
Pete Arbogast upstairs. You have to do a bunch of stuff as a running back. You don't just get a handoff and run the ball. You've got to work on multiple things: catching the ball out of the backfield, blocking. Is there anything particular you like more than the other?
Not really. I think I like the whole game of football, honestly. That's just really it. I think that's like everything about running back. I love defense too, though.
What do you need to work on the most, you think, between now and the time you're out of here in a couple of years?
Honestly, just pass protection, being better and crisp in pass protection, and probably just looking the ball in still and catching the ball. I still remember that one drop from last week or 2 weeks ago, so I'm trying to work on that too also.
Sean mentioned track work. Did you do any other sport in high school?
I played basketball, and I ran a little bit of track.
What'd you run?
I ran like the 100 and 4x1.
Sprinter. All right. Makes sense. Academics, coming from a junior college, I did the same, going JC to USC. How's it been for you coming into the academic world here?
It's a challenge, but we have all the resources over here, like for athletes and stuff like that. So they provide us with learning specialists, tutors, and assistant learning specialists. So they make sure we have all the resources we need for academics. It's going to be a grind. Coach Jones always on us about academics. He doesn't accept nothing lower than an A. So.
Well, and then you're playing football all the time too. So it's not easy. People don't understand how difficult it is to balance the world of opening the books as well as being on the football field.
Yeah, sir. I got some schoolwork due tomorrow, so I got to do something
tomorrow. You mean today?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Basically today. So.
That's right. Waymo, thanks for joining us once again. It's a second time on with us on the post-game show. Another big night for you. Good job for the team, and let's get after it this week and get off to Illinois.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
All right. We'll be back down to Jordan in just a bit. They're still having the coaches' press conference for the assembled media, and so we've still got a few minutes to kill here before we get to Lincoln Riley. But they won't be too much longer. Trojans win over Michigan State. Final was 45-31. When we come back, John Jackson will join us, and then the coach after that. And we'll be back with more after these messages on the ESPN LA USC Trojans Media Network.
Yeah, go! Invesco QQQ is the official ETF partner of the USC Trojans. The future isn't scary. Not realizing its potential, however, could be. To build a championship team, you have to consider each recruit, transfer, and prospect. If you see the potential in one player, you can build potential in the whole team. Let's rethink possibility. Invesco Distributors, Inc. Love staying ahead of the game with the latest tech? Meet Helium Mobile, the first phone carrier powered by the people. Experience coverage from the nation's largest 5G network and a network built by people like you. For just $20 a month, get unlimited talk, text, and data. Plus, earn crypto for contributing to the network, which you can use to pay your phone plan. Whether you're a USC Trojans fan, student, employee, or just trying to save a buck on your phone bill, Helium Mobile is for you. Make the switch today at HelloHelium.com. Fight on.
The Johnsons are gearing up for their first game day party of the year, Rob, and Dad's grilling skills in the offseason put him in the 90th percentile.
I see Mom's got her head in the game, too, making sure no cup is empty.
But I gotta say, the MVP is USC Credit Union.
Agreed. Without USC Credit Union's home loans, the Johnsons wouldn't have this great patio for entertaining.
Hey, where's my invite?
At USC Credit Union, our flexible options and seasoned expertise will have you entertaining in the home of your dreams. Visit usccreditunion.org. Equal housing opportunity. NMLS number 448984.
This is USC football on the home of the Trojans. 710 ESPN and the all-new ESPN LA app. Your destination for LA sports. Fight on.
Coach Riley just getting up off the press conference table, so he should be with us shortly. John Jackson joins us here on the broadcast at the Coliseum. And actually, we have Coach right now, so never mind all that. Let's go back down to Jordan.
The head coach, Lincoln Riley. And, Coach, we were just talking to Waymo. I mean, it felt like right from the first drive, you guys were looking to attack in the run game. Michigan State had an elite run defense coming in. Why were you guys able to be so successful, so balanced on offense tonight?
Yeah, I think, the O-line, tight ends, our backs, I thought they blocked really well. We didn't have many breakdowns. I thought we played a tough physical game. And, the backs got involved, had some good runs. Jaden had some good runs. And, just a lot of good 11-man football, and that's what it takes against a good defense like that.
Defensively, it seemed like you were in control of the game. You dominated up front. Third quarter, what was a lapse of concentration? And then how'd you feel like the guys rallied to finish it off in style in the fourth?
Yeah, I thought we rallied. Obviously, we really basically had two turnovers there in the third quarter with the penalty on the punt, that gives them the ball back, and then obviously we had the turnover on the screen, and so. You got to turn those into field goals as much as you can. We had some defensive penalties in those drives that extended those drives, so had a few self-inflicted errors. Yeah, I thought we rallied. I thought we pressured them. We didn't give them a whole lot in the run game. We did some really, really good things defensively, but had a few too many errors that obviously showed up there at the end.
Guys, go ahead for Coach.
Coach Sean in the booth, congratulations on a big win there. Coach, I really thought that you guys played a physical game today. You mentioned a little bit, but was that the emphasis going into this one, knowing that this was going to be a physical game? You guys wanted to pound the rock and really show them what kind of physicality you could bring?
No, 100%. I think on all sides it was important that we knew we wanted to play a really physical game on defense and really try to control it with the D-line and try to limit their run game. Obviously, you knew running the ball was going to be key because they'd done such a good job stopping everybody else in a run game. So it was good to see us step up, and I thought we certainly won the physicality battle on all sides.
Coach, on defense, the defensive line, I thought got after it again, but another couple breakdowns in the back end. Is that something you're concerned about going forward? As a couple blunders led to maybe 14 points today.
Yeah, I am. Just because, it's just the first one of the game. It's just it's a mental error, and we don't grab a guy in coverage on a wheel route that we've worked, and we know that inside and out, and we don't do it. And we give them just a free 40-yard touchdown, and so the one play, kind of a bang play those you certainly don't like those by any stretch, but it's not like we busted the coverage. We just got beat. So not real happy about that one, but you can't give them gimmies. Like if they're going to make one, make the offense make like a great play like they did there at the end. So just got to get better. We've had one of those a game, and that's, obviously it's something we're emphasizing like crazy, but we got to be better, and it needs to show up soon.
JJ.
Hey, Coach. I mentioned before the game that this was a matchup of two of the best play calling coaches in the country. Not to mention the conference, that's easy, but the country. And you didn't disappoint, Coach. That was an awesome display. Complimentary football is an understatement of what you did tonight. From an identity standpoint of the offense, is complimentary football how you see it also?
For sure. No, I mean, I think the best offenses have the ability to beat you different ways and, win different types of games. And, I was excited about – I mean, some of the explosive plays are obviously great, but, I mean, the ability to, chew some clock and have some kind of big drives there where we just kind of took the life away from them there at the end, to me is even more important because I feel like this is the first year here where I really feel confident in our ability to do that at a really high level. We've been able to do it here and there in the first couple of years, but this team is showing that ability so far, and that matters, and it's going to pay dividends more and more as we go on down the road.
Yeah, Coach, the one thing is the disappointing thing for me, I thought this was going to be a rivalry between you and Jonathan Smith. Right now it's Riley 1, Smith still trailing. So good job, Coach.
Hopefully we keep it that way. Thank you.
Coach, Jaden Mayava looks very calm and comfortable, and tonight some very key runs from him that may have been the decider in this game, as it turned out. He's really come along a long way since last season. He's really improved to me.
Yeah, it was an elite performance. I mean, it was just elite quarterback play. He was smart when he needed to. He made some big plays when he had to. It was his best performance, and he's just getting better and better.
I know we can't talk much about injuries, but Elijah Page's absence there is a big deal for this USC team. Can you give us any update as to what's going on?
Yeah, I don't think it's serious. I think he'll be just fine, but we'll just see how he progresses throughout the week.
Glad to hear it. Both teams at the end of the game got together in prayer for the injured Michigan State player, Wayne Matthews. That's a great moment in sport. You beat each other's bodies to death all night long, and then all of a sudden the game's over and that happens. I think that's really a special moment.
No, it is. I mean, this game's, it's obviously competitive and everybody gets into it. Obviously, it's, our livelihood here, but at the same time, there's things more important than it. When you see anybody down there, whether it's on your team or anybody else's that has a scary injury like that, you just your heart goes out to them, and we're all human beings out there at the end of the day. So heard some potentially positive news, and we'll all be praying for his full recovery.
Yep. Another dub, five in a row, as a matter of fact, for this USC football team. That's one of the top winning streaks in the country, top 10 winning streaks in the country right now, and try to keep it alive as we go back on the road to Illinois next week.
Let's do it. Let's do it. Fight on.
Thanks, Coach. That was the final word with head coach Lincoln Riley.
That was the final word from head coach Lincoln Riley, brought to you by Smart & Final.
Smart & Final is a proud sponsor of USC Athletics, and they're ready to help you add some serious flavor to your game day snack spread.
All right, once around the round table, Jordan, an uncomfortable, comfortable victory is kind of what it felt like.
Yeah, I think it really could have been comfortable.
Yep.
It's funny. They're just. I said this during the game. The defense in particular. It's so close. It feels so close right now. Last week it was. If Gentry picks that ball off instead of the sort of fluky touchdown, and that kind of flipped that game, and all of a sudden it's a 1 or 2 possession kind of game. And then this week they're punting in a 3 possession game when you bang into the punter, and then the penalties, and all of a sudden you're in a 1 possession game. So it's like this team's really close to just hammering Big Ten teams. It's one thing to hammer those first 2 teams,
right,
but really could have won big the last 2 weeks, but still won very comfortably and in control. And I think has to feel good now going into the meat of its schedule. This next handful of games is difficult.
I think we all thought that Indiana had a pretty good shot at home to beat Illinois, but not the way they did. Does that do anything for Illinois? Does that irritate them or make them any worse, any more dangerous?
Yeah, I don't love it, to be honest. I mean, I always beware a team coming off a loss like that. You know that they're going to hear it all week from their coaches, who are probably telling them that they were looking at their number 9 ranking, thinking that they had accomplished something. So we'll see Illinois' best. It's already sold out. It's a blackout kind of deal there. So this is a huge moment for their school, and USC is going to have to be at its best to come away with a win.
See you on the plane.
Yes, sir.
All right, thanks. JJ, Trojans win this game, and again, I'll say the same thing I said to Jordan there. It was comfortable some of the time, but not all the time.
The only way I would feel like this wasn't a comfortable win, Pete, is if you would imagine if you go back out there and play the game again, would it have any different outcome? And I don't think so. I think that if we lined the Trojans against Michigan State right now and played the game all over again, the outcome would be the same. There was nothing that showed me that Michigan State was a better team today.
I'll agree with that. Sean, here we are, half past midnight. We're going to get to bed at 2 or 3 like we did again last week, and SC's got another win. They've won 4 in a row. They've won 5 straight, actually, including last year's bowl victory, and they're going to be favored to win at Illinois. They were favored before the game today by 1.5, and it'll probably be even more next week.
Yeah, I think the wild thing about the season so far, we kind of went into this season thinking the offense might be struggling this year. Not new quarterback, but a quarterback in his second year with a lot of turnovers from last year. Is Jaden Mayava going to take the next step? Kind of wondering where he was at. Offensive line was kind of a scramble. Who's going to be in? What are we doing? Is this team going to be a defensive team? And I think the defensive side has kind of been the question mark, and the offense and Jaden Mayava have been the bright side of this whole thing. It's just been just clicking every week. Jaden Mayava has just gotten so much better. He looks confident. Her coach, Pete, made a good point. He just looks calm and present and just knows where to go with the ball and how to get it there. So it's just, I think that's kind of been the story of the season so far, how far along this offense has come in such a short period of time with the group of guys they got.
I don't know how good this football team is quite. I don't know that it's a national championship contender anyway, and they're going to be underdog at least a couple of games at Notre Dame and Oregon. I think it's a pretty good team, and it's a team that is setting the table once again. Who knows what's going to happen, but it feels to me like you're talking about these great things that are happening, and it feels to me, guys, that this is a team that is setting the table for what's to come in 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, that this is a team that's getting this thing started.
Yeah, it has those feelings. I think, especially defensively, I think I would thought they've been a little further along. I think the pass rush has been good, but the secondary has kind of been the question mark. So that's kind of concerning. But offensively, it's a lot more ahead of where I thought it would be.
A year ago, Sean and Pete, we were complaining about this team losing games that were close or in question or something like. Now we're talking about how they are taking control of games and winning and doing it in top number 1 offense in the country in terms of points per game. Doesn't get much better than that.
The next step in the evolution of this team is we've now turned that around. We're not losing the close games. We're winning games. The next step in the evolution is then what we saw when Sean was playing in these 2000, those national championships, just blowing teams out, home and away. Doesn't matter where they are. We're just that much better than everybody. We clear the stadium.
I'm extremely jealous of those days, by the way.
And I think when both sides of the ball get there, you'll feel it, right? You feel it, like Jordan mentioned. They're touching it a little bit. They can sense it. It's a play or two away, and that's how razor thin the margins are. If you mess up a play here, give them a first down here, it's a completely different game. They put 2 more scores on the game, and it looks a lot different. It's that finding that next. Hey, all right, let's put this game away. The stats say this game should be over. We're letting them hang around. Let's end this thing.
Well, one thing, Sean, D'Antolin's going to have to figure out really quick is what to do with the corners. We can't get beat with the deep balls like we are.
Yeah, you can't.
Consistently.
We've been giving up
twice a game.
7 points a game is unacceptable just to give the other team.
Yeah, and I think it's going to have to start. And Sean, you tell me this. You're the defensive guy. It's going to have to start with the cornerbacks. Have to start redirecting receivers. The receivers are getting too far down the field to put pressure on the safeties, and corners can't cover the full length of the field. You weren't asking for far too much.
Yeah, you got to know what your strengths are as a defense, and you got to know what you're doing. And a couple plays this year, just guys didn't know what they were doing, and that'll get you busted.
If the safeties get on top of the receivers, if the receivers get down the field where they're close enough to make moves on the safeties, they're going to beat them 90% of the time. So they have to redirect the receivers at the line, in my opinion.
Well, and we're doing this, learning these lessons, and 4-0. Having won 5 games in a row. And I'll tell you this, and a final comment about this, and then we'll get out of here, that in those days when SC was dominating games, I woke up in the morning and I knew going to the stadium that SC was going to win the game, and they were going to win the game by a lot. And I knew when we went on the road we were going to win the game. We were going to win the game by a lot. There was no question in my mind when we walked into the stadium we were going to beat Notre Dame by 30 points.
And even if Arizona State opens up a 19-point lead.
Doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter. In the second half, Reggie Bush will take over.
Doesn't matter. Exactly right. I don't, and I know you don't, come to the stadium right now feeling that way yet. I think we're going to win. I thought we were going to beat Michigan State. I thought we were going to beat them pretty handily. 42-17 I thought was going to be the final score. Didn't end. Ended up closer than that, and probably that was our fault as much as anything else. But I'm not going to the game. I'm not waking up and driving to the game and thinking to myself, oh, we're just going to kill these guys. I'm not thinking that every week yet.
Not yet.
It's coming. I feel it coming, but it's not there yet.
Yeah, the team's got to feel like that first before we start feeling like that for sure.
I think you're exactly right. Guys, thank you. Great night of work, morning as well, and we'll see you next week when SC plays Illinois. Our next broadcast is next Saturday, September 27th, the first Saturday of fall, when the Trojans take on the Illinois Fighting Illini from Champaign-Urbana. Get to collect a new stadium, guys. Kickoff at 9 in the morning in L.A. Our broadcast begins at 7 a.m. Breakfast with Trojan Tailgate, and then 8:30 for countdown to kickoff on the ESPN L.A. USC Trojans Media Network. Stay tuned now for USC Trojan Wrap-Up with Jason Schwartz and Sua Cravens talking Trojan football and taking your calls. Rick, are they Studio A tonight? Studio A it is, 877-710-3776, 877-710-ESPN on the ESPN LA USC Trojans Media Network. All right. Thanks to our in-studio board operator, Kasim Diakate. Highlights provided by Jose De La Roca. Our spotter-statistician is Bert Awada. Producer-engineer Rick Cutler. Our producer-director, Gia Lares, and the executive producer of USC Football is Matt Wells. Now for Sean Cody, Jordan Moore, and John Jackson, Pete Arbogast here, the voice of the Trojans, reminding you the final score once again. USC 49 and Michigan State 31. Fight on, and good morning.
You've been listening to the Modelo Locker Room Report, brought to you by
Modelo, the fighting spirit of the USC Trojans.
Pechanga Resort Casino, proud partner of USC Football.
I Trust Capital, the official crypto platform of the USC Trojans. And by Salaya Tequila,
proud partner of the USC Trojans.
Proud partner of the USC Trojans. Stay tuned for the USC Football Wrap-Up Show presented by Modelo, the fighting spirit of the USC Trojans. Jason Schwartz and Sua Cravens will talk all things USC football. Take your phone calls and more.
Right here on the ESPN LA USC Trojan Media Network. Presented by Pechanga Resort Casino.
If you are a fighter, Modelo is your reward. So listen close. You put up with a lot, but you always hold it down for your people. You are strong, you are fearless, you are the baddest on the block. You are an elbow grease factory, a force of nature. You are not to be reckoned with. You are a ride or die, a powerhouse of productivity. You are a fighter, and Modelo is your reward. You've earned every last drop of this rich golden lager, so raise it up high. Modelo, the mark of a fighter. Drink responsibly. Beer imported by Crown Imports, Chicago, Illinois.
At Ralph's, you never compromise. You get high quality and low prices. Like you never compromise your meal with our spring salad mix, guaranteed fresh. And you never compromise your budget with lower than low prices. And you never compromise your appetite with our golden brown bread that's baked fresh in store. And you never compromise your wallet with our lower prices. Hand it to Ralph's shoppers. You never compromise. Ralph's. Fresh for everyone.
Jersey Mike's subs are great to enjoy in all kinds of places.
So you can have a turkey provolone at the park?
I love to eat outside.
Or an original Italian at work?
Absolutely.
Ooh, I can have a Mike's Famous Philly at 2 a.m. while digging a tunnel to my neighbor's basement.
Whoa, do they know?
No. And don't tell them.
Okay, mum's the word. Freshly sliced and freshly grilled subs for any time, anywhere. It's a Jersey Mike's thing, a sub above.
For a USC touchdown.
It's time for the USC Football Wrap-Up Show presented by Modelo.
The fighting spirit of the USC Trojans.
We will break down the game, hear some highlights, and take your calls.
USC football is a final, and we wrap it up right now.
Here are your hosts, Jason Schwartz and Sua Cravens.
Welcome, everybody. This is the Trojans wrap-up show, and we're trying to get Jason live on the other line. You know, when you decide not to pull up to work and be on time, this is what you do when you're lollygagging with your baseball friends and you don't care about your friends back home, back in L.A. in the studio. You get trapped at 2 a.m. with no connection. So we're trying to get Jason back. But overall, USC looked okay today. I think that obviously we want to clean up what we're seeing in the secondary. At 2 different points at this game tonight, we were up 21 points. It never felt like Michigan State could compete with us. It never felt like we were on the same level as them. Even when they were coming back, it never felt like we were really in danger. But I can't stress this enough. When we play these better teams that we are 100% going to play, and y'all know who I'm talking about, Oregon, we cannot make these type of mistakes. We won't get away with it, not with a W. Next week, I thought would be a test. They just got smacked by Indiana, Illinois. So now next week is a trap game with a team that has a chip on their shoulder, big noon kickoff. Everything on the line for USC, nothing on the line for Illinois. I don't like that. But overall, love the offensive play. D-line is playing well. Linebackers are playing well. I even like the safeties. It's the corners. The corner situation is concerning. We got Jason.
All right, Sua. Look at Sua. Did you give him a number to call yet or what?
No, like I said, man, I just want to jump right into it. I don't want to hear people complaining too much. You know, it's late.
Well, hey, everybody. Welcome to Trojans Wrap-Up. Obviously, Sua's here. I'm here now, too. 877-710-3776 is the number. That's 877-710-ESPN. 45-31 USC beats Michigan State. And Sue, I got to assume you're talking a little bit about the secondary. I know you got some strong opinions about what we saw from the secondary tonight.
Yeah, I'm not going to be too dramatic. It's the corners. I don't want to single them out or anything like that, but the safeties, I'm okay with Kamari and Bishop. They make plays, they tackle, they know the playbook. It's these busted mental errors at the corner position where we're giving up easy first downs or just last-minute touchdowns. Like we just saw that last touchdown. I think a DB fell over. It's like these things cannot happen at all, ever. I'm not being dramatic because I'm harping on it. It's like if that happens again in a game against Oregon in Autzen, the crowd's going to go crazy. We're down 7-0. Ain't no telling, how we come back from that. So we just got to avoid those little simple mistakes.
Tonight, and the Trojans come out with a 14-point win, 45-31 over Michigan State. USC 4-0 now, 2-0 in conference play. And I think impressive to see what the offense did tonight against a Big Ten defense, even if it was Michigan State. 517 total yards, 283 on the ground, 283 rushing yards for USC, 234 through the air. We want to talk to you guys about it, 877-710-3776, 877-710-ESPN. Excited to see who's staying up late with us. And also, Trojan fans, if you want the inside scoop on this game and all things Trojans, be sure to sign up for the 3 Torches presented by Smart and Final. It's a free newsletter that'll hit your email inbox 3 times a week with game info, player insights, and more. Go to usctrojans.com/3 Torches and sign up. All right, we'll take our first break here on Trojans Wrap-Up presented by Modelo. When we come back, we got the highlights for you as USC takes down Michigan State 45-31. Highlights when we come back, and then your phone calls on Trojans Wrap-Up presented by Modelo on the ESPN LA USC Trojans Media Network.
Having a high-yield savings account at USC Credit Union has its advantages, perks, and benefits. Like the fact that USC Credit Union members can get significantly higher interest rates than the national average for savings accounts. That's an advantage. Plus, you have the option to open your account with as little as $100. That's a perk. And you'll have peace of mind knowing that your hard-earned savings are insured up to a whopping $15 million. That's a benefit. Visit USC Credit and start growing your savings today. Federally insured by NCUA.
Love staying ahead of the game with the latest tech? Meet Helium Mobile, the carrier powered by the people. Experience coverage from the nation's largest 5G network and a network built by people like you. For just $20 a month, get unlimited talk, text, and data. Plus, earn crypto for contributing to the network, which you can use to pay your phone plan. Whether you're a USC Trojans fan, student, employee, or just trying to save a buck on your phone bill, Helium Mobile is for you. Make the switch today at HelloHelium.com. Fight on.
No matter what you're looking for in a non-alcoholic beer, there's only one name that has it all. Athletic Brewing Co. Full flavor? It's athletic. Huge variety? It's athletic. Award-winning styles you can get online, at the bar, or the grocery store? It's athletic. In fact, when it comes to amazing non-alcoholic beer, there's no question. It's athletic. Ask for it and find out. Go to askforathletic.com to find your closest retailer today. Near Beer.
It's time to recharge, reconnect, and rediscover your perfect combination at Pechanga Resort Casino. And with your resort favorites back in action, there's all of the excitement and comfort you love, with the peace of mind you can depend on. So whenever you're ready for a little rest, a little relaxation, and a lot of fun, we'll be here. Play your perfect combination at Pechanga Resort Casino today.
All right, class, settle down. Today's lesson is on the Arco Rewards app. Try to stay with me. The fundamentals are simple. Earn at least 5 cents a gallon in rewards, then redeem them later for up to $1 off every gallon. Now here's where it gets complicated. Oh, wait, it doesn't. It's as simple as downloading the Arco Rewards app to get started. Class dismissed!
Savings of up to $1 per gallon redeemable with 20 rewards dollars in your loyalty account at participating locations. Terms and conditions apply.
In the summer of 1997, Stone IPA was first brewed. We weren't trying to create the next big thing in beer. We just wanted to make the first anniversary ale of our dreams. Crisp, light-bodied, and still packed with hoppy flavor. That little recipe went on to become our flagship beer and inspired a generation of brewers and beer lovers. From that first batch to today, Stone IPA is still the iconic West Coast style IPA.
Looking for the play of the day? That's easy. Fight on to victory with USC and fly on faster with ONT, the fastest and easiest airport experience in SoCal. Not to mention, Ontario International Airport has over 90 nonstop flights to 30 major destinations with less traffic coming in and out. In other words, getting there is a breeze, and so is following our Trojans anywhere the season takes them. Because let's be honest, faster is always better when it comes to your airport. Start planning your next journey today at SoCalSoEasy.com.
This is USC football on the home of the Trojans. 710 ESPN and the all-new ESPN LA app. Your destination for LA sports. Fight on!
Hey, Trojan fans, at Ralph's you get high quality and low prices, so you never have to compromise your budget. Save on thousands of items throughout the store. Ralph's, fresh for everyone. Welcome back to Trojans Wrap-Up presented by Modelo. Sua Craven's Jason Schwartz with you after the Trojans beat Michigan State 45-31. And let's take a listen back now to how it all sounded with Pete Arbogast and Sean Cody on the call. And a lot of highlights in this one. We're about to get to them here. We'll start it off with the Trojans' first touchdown of the night. It was a Jaden Mayava rush touchdown.
One back is Jordan behind Mayava. Jordan gets the call. No, it'll be Mayava to keep off the right side. He'll run around across the 5 and into the end zone with a good bit of trickery there. We all followed Jordan, and Mayava took the football the distance into the end zone for a Trojan touchdown. 15 yards, and SC's back on top.
Little fun fact, I was in the end zone for that touchdown. I was recording, and Jaden's a lot faster then he looks like he's running. You know, it doesn't look like he's running fast, but he's covering ground. You know, he ran past the linebacker pretty easy on that touchdown.
You post that video anywhere?
Yeah, I put it on Twitter. If you follow, well, I think you follow.
Okay.
Ghost follower.
Come on, Sua. How long have we been doing this? So that puts USC up after Michigan State had the early lead, 7-3. USC was up 10-7 after that. And then the defense started making some plays. And there was a huge third down sack to force a Michigan State punt.
This is 3rd and 9. Childs has 2 backs next to him, including tight end Masunas. And he'll drop back to pass on 3rd and 9. Steps up, in trouble. He'll go down, sacked. The crowd roars. Up off the bottom of the pile, that's Devin Tompkins. The Trojans have forced Michigan State into the first punt of the football game.
Getting pressure on the quarterback. That's the goal. Keeping the trend continuing. We got after the quarterback last week with 5- and 4-man pressures. If y'all checked my defensive game plan, y'all would have seen that. But keeping the trend going, and I like how the front seven is playing. Easily the best unit on the defense right now.
And then right back to the offense. Love how Jaden Mayava is playing. And even with no Jacoby Lane tonight, he was able to hook up with Makai Lemon on a 40-yard touchdown strike.
King Miller is in. Keep your eyes open on number 30 here on a first down for the Trojans at the Sparty 40-yard line. Fake to Miller. Mayava will wind and throw. Lemon got it. Touchdown. Caught it at the 5 in stride. Steps in easily, and SC scores, and now goes up 17-7 pending the extra point.
Makai might, I'm going to get a lot of heat for it. I'm already getting called a homer when I do my Big Ten takes because everybody says whenever I put a USC player up there, I'm a homer. But Makai is looking like that guy at receiver. I'm not saying he's better than Jeremiah. I'm just saying he has been as productive, if not more, at this point in the season. Am I not wrong or am I not right, Jason?
I mean, both he and Lane. I mean, the 1-2 punch for SC has been incredible. And, obviously hate to see Lane out, but it was good to see Lemon with that, being the main guy tonight and getting the job done. And that's not the last highlight we'll hear of Makai Lemons. But back to the defensive side, USC was up 17-7, and it was Jakeem Stewart who got into the backfield, big tackle for loss.
Aiden Childs will hand it off to Frazier, and he gets hit immediately in the backfield and dropped for a loss. And the Trojan defense is on fire. That's Jakeem Stewart. We saw Jamal Jarrett Big Jaw last week. This is Little Jaw. Jakeem Stewart, 4th tackle of the year, and 3 of those have been tackles for loss. He hit him before he even touched the ball.
He's got 3 TFLs. His get off is quick. He's young too. I need people to understand in the day and age of the holdback, he's young, and he's only going to get better when his body matures and he gets real strong, that men strength. So he's playing well. He's playing well.
Michigan State would get a field goal. It was 17-10, so they were kind of hanging around a little bit, but USC did a great job at the end of the first half, got in the end zone again, this time Tanook Hines from Jaden Mayava to make it 24-10 before the half.
2nd and goal at the 7. Wayman Jordan behind Mayava off to his right. The handoff, no. Mayava will keep, throw over the top. It is a touchdown, USC. Caught there by Tanook Hines, his first touchdown catch in college. The All-Star from Houston with his 8th catch of the year. This one counts for 6 points, and the Trojans now open up a little bit of a more comfortable lead.
We were wondering who was going to step up now that Jacoby wasn't playing, finding out that was a last-minute scratch. He steps up. The youngin gets a touchdown, and you love to see it. You love to see that the offense isn't just lemon. You want to see Lake get the ball. But Youngin gets a touchdown, takes pressure off everybody else. Jacoby doesn't have to rush back. It's a beautiful thing.
So 24-10 was the score at halftime. And then USC coming out quickly in the second half. We saw Wayman Jordan 40-yard rush, and it set up another Mayava touchdown pass, this time getting the tight ends involved, Walker Lyons for the 10-yard score.
Sanders behind Mayava, strong side, McCree right side. It'll be Mayava to toss it to Walker Lyons at the 10, to the 5, race to the end zone. He got to the corner, and he's in. Touchdown, Walker Lyons. Touchdown, USC, a 10-yard touchdown pass. And a nice play call there that was well executed by the Trojans. And now it's 31-10, and look out below.
We took a play out the McVay playbook and got our tight ends involved, and we were everybody was getting some love. Everybody in this offense scores. There was a crazy stat I heard Pete say earlier about how many Trojans have scored, how many different Trojans have scored touchdowns. But we get everybody the ball. Our offense is real versatile this year.
Things got a little dicey there in the third quarter. We saw that long Michigan State drive, all the USC penalties, and Michigan State was able to make it a one-score game late in the third quarter. But the Trojans would bring it down the field with the score 31-24, and it was Makai Lemon who got into the end zone again, this time on the ground, to put USC back up by 2 scores.
Trojans trying to run a wildcat. This time back to a more traditional formation with Wayman Jordan behind Jaden Mayava. Is he going to go up under center? Holy mackerel. Under Killian O'Connor. Lemon in motion. Gets the end around, heading for the goal line. He's there. Touchdown, Makai Lemon. Touchdown, USC. A little end around action on the motion by Makai Lemon. A rushing touchdown for Lemon, and the Trojans open up a 2-touchdown lead for the moment.
Another play out the McVay playbook. Little jet sweep motion in the red zone. Quick handoff and an easy touchdown off the edge. It's hard. That's hard for a defense to stop in the red zone because you can't create an edge that a DN or linebacker can't get up the field fast enough because he has to respect the run game. So that's a nice little wrinkle that you can add into your red zone offense.
Yeah, and that put the momentum back in USC's corner, and so we'll call that our game-changing moment of the game, presented by Cookies, the proud CBD and wellness partner of USC Athletics. Trojans would get in the end zone once more. It was Mayava who got in at the end to make it 45-31, the final late touchdown for Michigan State. But those are our game highlights, and our game highlights are presented by Ontario International Airport, a proud sponsor of our USC Trojans. 45-31, the final score. Let's take 10 seconds here to pause for stations to identify themselves all across the ESPN LA USC Trojans Media Network.
Hey, this is Lincoln Riley. This is Trojans football on 710 ESPN. KSPN Los Angeles. Your home for USC football is 710 ESPN and the all-new ESPN LA app. Fight on.
Trojan fans, swing by Lazy Dog Restaurant for scratch-made meals and $15 fireside favorites. Pick from 5 entrees and enjoy a personal-sized s'mores brownie sundae, Monday through Friday. For more info, go to lazydogrestaurants.com. 877-710-3776, 877-710-ESPN is the number to call. Late Night Trojans Wrap-Up presented by Modelo. Give us a call. We've got Helen of Troy and more of your calls when we come back next on Trojans Wrap-Up on the ESPN LA USC Trojans Media Network.
We're not just the Trojans, we're your Trojans. Coach Lincoln Riley here to let you know how to customize your Wells Fargo debit card or open an account today and show your Trojan pride with every purchase. Get started at wellsfargo.com/Trojans. Wells Fargo is proud to be the official retail bank of USC Athletics.
Copyright 2025 Wells Fargo Bank, N.A. member, FDIC.
The road is calling. Embrace the thrill of the drive with the fully electric Audi Q6 e-tron. Featuring effortless power, serious acceleration, and advanced Audi tech. The next chapter of Audi is here. Get exceptional offers at your local Audi dealer.
Visit SoCalAudiDealers.com for more information.
Tommy Trojan is at the 10, the 5, touchdown, USC!
Make big plays on the field and in life. With iTrust Capital, you can buy and sell crypto 24/7 in a secure premium custody account or in a tax-advantaged crypto IRA. iTrust Capital is easy to use and has no sign-up fees. Don't be a Monday morning quarterback. Make big plays now. Visit iTrustCapital.com/USC to start investing today. Use promo code Trojans to get $100. iTrust Capital, the official cryptocurrency platform of the USC Trojans.
Taxes and conditions may apply. Fees apply. Cryptocurrencies are a speculative investment.
If you are a fighter, Modelo is your reward. So listen close. You put up with a lot, but you always hold it down for your people. You are strong, you are fearless, you are the baddest on the block. You are an elbow grease factory, a force of nature. You are not to be reckoned with. You are a ride or die, a powerhouse of productivity. You are a fighter, and Modelo is your reward. You've earned every last drop of this rich golden lager, so raise it up high. Modelo, the mark of a fighter. Drink responsibly. Beer imported by Crown Imports, Chicago, Illinois.
Children's Hospital Los Angeles is where groundbreaking research meets unparalleled expertise. It's where exceptional care is tailored 100% to kids. It's where every specialist, every room, every innovation revolves around one need, your child's. Whether it's routine care or a life-saving procedure, CHLA is where families turn to when outcomes truly matter. Children's Hospital Los Angeles. 125 years of building hope and healthier futures. Go to chla.org today.
All right, everyone. Welcome to Arco Rewards Orientation. I'm Hannah.
Whoa. Is everything okay?
That's a code green. Someone just earned at least 5 cents a gallon in rewards.
Wow. Another one?
Well, that one's a code gold. The customer just redeemed savings of up to $1 a gallon.
Impressive. What does that one mean?
Oh, that's just Piggy. He gets excited when we talk about rewards.
Savings of up to $1 per gallon redeemable with 20 rewards dollars in your loyalty account. At participating locations, terms and conditions apply.
Hi, Trojan fans. Are you ready to fight on? Fruitist Blueberries got your back. All across the gridiron, straight into the end zone, our berries pack flavor and crunch into every bite. Get ready for Fruitist Blueberries, official super fruit snack sponsor of USC Trojans football. Delicious, healthy, and always ready to win. Snack smarter. Snack Fruitist, because even our berries fight on. Fruitist, Fruitist, for the love of fruit. Available at stores near you.
At Ralph's, you never compromise. You get high quality and low prices. Like you never compromise your meal with our spring salad mix, guaranteed fresh. And you never compromise your budget with lower than low prices. And you never compromise your appetite with our golden brown bread that's baked fresh in store. And you never compromise your wallet with our lower prices. Hand it to Ralph's shoppers. You never compromise. Ralph's. Fresh for everyone.
This is USC football on the home of the Trojans. 710 ESPN and the all-new ESPN LA app. Your destination for LA sports. Fight on!
Hey, Trojan fans, you can listen to USC football and all the biggest college football and basketball games on the TuneIn app. Free internet radio. What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Trojans Wrap-Up presented by Modelo. Sua Cravens and Jason Schwartz here with you. And USC 45-31 winners over Michigan State tonight at the Coliseum. Sua, how was the atmosphere early in the game at the Coliseum? I know they were talking on the air saying it was electric. Lincoln Riley was saying it was electric during the press conference. What did you think?
You know, I'm trying to grow as a company man, so I'm gonna say, yeah, it was electric. It was like being. Have you been on Goliath at Six Flags? It was like being right at the drop, right before you go into the tunnel. Like, woo! That's how it felt tonight. Yeah, same page, 100%.
All right, so love the personal growth, man. Love the personal growth. Let's not waste any time. Let's get to the calls. 877-710-3776, 877-710-ESPN. And, of course, we're going to start it off. Helen of Troy. Helen from Texas. Helen, happy birthday. Celebrated your birthday this week.
I did, and I wanted to thank everyone last week for the great birthday wishes. It really made me feel really good and my birthday special. And I also want to send Will from Alhambra many good thoughts for healing, because I'll keep him in my prayers. Now, our game. The big kahuna played a great game. He made good choices, he had good passes, and the O-line protected Jaden. No one touched him. Good job, guys. Mackay, Wayman, Eli, and King fought really hard. Wayman thought he was running hurdles, so I guess he figured he'd get in some practice for that in the spring. Gentry had good tackles, and Shelby and Thompson each had a sack. However, it's lucky we won. I don't know what game Sewell was winning, but I was going crazy. Where was the secondary? They gave up touchdowns, and there was no pass rush. I kept saying and screaming, what the heck? What the heck's going on? At least, what the heck was that? At least 5 times. My husband just got disgusted and walked out of the room. They ran right through us like a hot knife through butter. What about the penalties? They killed us and wrecked the momentum. We actually gave them the third touchdown. We might as well handed them the ball and say, here, go. Where is the discipline? The penalties are killing us. Somebody needs to get a big paddle, guys. I'm telling you, I'm so sick of dumb stuff that we shouldn't be doing. Just dumb stuff. You know what I'm saying? Dumb stuff. So, no hands to the face, no, roughing the passer, no, dumb stuff. No offside. Stop doing dumb stuff. So, and I know it's late, and I know there's probably a lot of other people trying to call, so I'm not going to take up much time. And we'll look forward to your return, Jason, so for next week. So I love you guys. You make my day. You really do make this old lady feel special. Love you too, Sua. And I know you're ready. Sua, everybody, we're going to have to cut it short so Sua can get home early back to his family.
Thank you. I do have a family. I love you too.
There's no getting home early tonight. That ship has sailed.
Well, first of all, Helen, why are you yelling at me? I said that the DBs need to step it up.
I know. You did step it up. I heard you. You stepped it up fine. What is Jason doing up in Missouri or wherever is he at?
Messing
What's
around,
going up there?
not showing up to work.
Messing up. Come on now. I am. I'm doing play-by-play. I got baseball season here. We're
Oh, okay. So you're double teaming.
I don't think that's what that means, Helen. But yeah, we can in
technically not wrong though.
Yeah.
All right, Helen. Thanks so much for the call as always.
Take care. God bless.
All right.
You out there?
See you, Helen.
You out there double teaming, man?
Whew. What do you think about Helen wanting to bring the paddle into the mix? Did you ever get paddled, Sua, at football practice?
Y'all see, he ducked my question. Y'all see that, right? Yeah, and I don't know. She must have went to a Catholic school or something growing up because the paddle is crazy.
All right, let's roll to the next caller. We got Dan from Spokane. Dan, what's going on? Welcome to Trojans Wrap Up.
Hey, what's going on, fellas? It is good to be back. I called a couple times last year. Since then, had a kid, was off the last couple weeks, but we are back now.
Hey, congratulations, man.
Hey, thank you. It is great to be back, watching some Trojan football, talking to you guys at goddamn 1 a.m. in the morning here. But I got a couple things to talk about tonight. First and foremost, a win is a win. A Big Ten win against Michigan State's great. You take care of business at home. I love the two-back set tonight, playing Eli and Wayman together. I think especially when you got Jacoby out, you just get playmakers on the field. That's a great thing. Jakeem Stewart, give him all the NIL money. That dude looks like the truth. I got a couple questions for you, Sua. Number one, the trap game next week against Illinois. I got to know a little bit more about why that becomes a trap game, because when I think about a trap game, I think about as if USC is about to play Ohio State in 2 weeks, something like that. But I want to know from your standpoint, why is next week a trap game?
It's a great question. I'm glad you asked. Next week, had Illinois beat Indiana, would have been easily game of the week, potential top 20 matchup. USC maybe slides into the 20 spot. Illinois was already at 9. Everything on the line. Playoff implications, Big Ten championship implications, respect from the media, the nation, the voters. Everything was on the line had Illinois won today. And because they lost, now USC gains nothing from beating them. Now, I won't say they gain nothing from beating them because it all depends on how Illinois will finish their season. But USC, as of this moment, next week, gain nothing beating them. So they have to go on the road.
It also depends on how good Indiana is, too.
That's true, too. So they have to go on the road. They have to play a team that's probably pissed off now because they just got waxed. I'm talking, it was like 63-10, something crazy like that.
It was brutal.
It was a terrible game. Illinois is gonna have a chip on their shoulder.
Lost it in a parlay. So Illinois really is on my bad list here at 1 a.m. tonight in Spokane, Washington. Yeah.
Exactly. So, and USC is everybody's national championship, whether they want to admit it or not. They get up to play the Trojans. So if you think Illinois is not losing sleep over playing USC, right now they cannot wait to get out on that field against us. And because of that, it's a trap game because we don't gain anything for beating them. Now we're going to be the favorites. Now we have to win. And if we struggle to beat them after they just got blown out, they're going to start using it against us and say, well, Indiana might be better than USC because they beat them by this amount of points. So it's a whole thing now, especially with the committee and playoff seeding, and everything matters.
I hear that. I think that's
Dan, you had one more question?
A pretty good answer to that question. I think that next week is a huge one. If USC is the team that we all think that they're capable of, it doesn't matter if next week's a trap game. They will go to Champaign, take care of business. Who cares if it's 9 a.m.? Go take care of business. Go show the world what USC is capable of. And you know what, man? You go win that game in Illinois. You look the part. You do what we know that they're capable of being. This is a team that's going to be a force to be reckoned with come October, November. I think the Trojans are a sleeping giant right now, and I can't wait to see what they do.
Yeah, I agree. USC, all they got to do is win the games that are in front of them, and they have nothing to worry about. I believe they can do it, but it's all dependent on that secondary. Because if we can't play a clean game of football, it's going to be a problem in our secondary.
Breakdowns with the corner with that
Dan brought up the 9 a.m. start time. I do worry about the 9 a.m. start time.
Why? What's wrong with the 9 a.m. start time?
You don't think, I mean, 9 a.m. body clock, you think you would
I loved morning games.
Be comfortable starting a game at 9 a.m.?
Yeah, I loved I hate the night
When did
games.
you ever play a morning game?
Bro, all the time. Well, I guess like 11 a.m. or noon is not a morning game.
Not that early.
Yeah.
Not that early.
Yeah, that's true. But 9 is, bro, I'm a morning person. I'm up at 7 anyway, so morning games are great.
Dan, hey, thanks for the call, man. Trojan fans, introducing Celaya Tequila, brought to you by USC football legends Matt and Ryan Khalil. Celebrate your story with a homegrown spirit, Celaya Tequila. We'll take another break here on Trojans Wrap-Up, presented by Modelo. 877-710-3776. 877-710-ESPN is the number. Give us a call. USC beats Michigan State 45-31. More calls next on the ESPN LA USC Trojans Media Network.
Coors Light presents To Chill or Not to Chill. When your friend skips your favorite song on the playlist. End the friendship. Or choose chill because that song lives rent-free in your head anyway. And you planned ahead by bringing Coors Light to the party. And the sound of that ice-cold can cracking open was music to your ears already. Coors Light. Choose chill. Celebrate responsibly. 2024 Coors Brewing Company, Golden, Colorado.
We are Life Law, where we make injury law simple. We have two simple goals for all of our clients: full medical recovery and ultimately full monetary compensation. We understand that it can be overwhelming to face the uncertainty in the wake of an accident. We will be there with you at each step in the legal and healthcare process. You will pay nothing unless we win your case. Dial 1-800-LYFE-LAW or check us out at lyfe.com. Life Law, official sponsors of USC Athletics.
Looking for the play of the day? That's easy. Fight on to victory with USC and fly on faster with ONT, the fastest and easiest airport experience in SoCal. Not to mention, Ontario International Airport has over 90 nonstop flights to 30 major destinations with less traffic coming in and out. In other words, getting there is a breeze, and so is following our Trojans anywhere the season takes them. Because let's be honest, faster is always better when it comes to your airport. Start planning your next journey today at SoCalSoEasy.com.
Tommy Trojan is at the 10, the 5, touchdown, USC!
Make big plays on the field and in life. With iTrust Capital, you can buy and sell crypto 24/7 in a secure premium custody account or in a tax-advantaged crypto IRA. iTrust Capital is easy to use and has no sign-up fees. Don't be a Monday morning quarterback. Make big plays now. Visit itrustcapital.com/USC to start investing today. Use promo code Trojans to get $100. iTrust Capital, the official cryptocurrency platform of the USC Trojans.
Taxes and conditions may apply. Fees apply. Cryptocurrencies are a speculative investment.
You're listening to USC Football.
Hear every moment of USC football on 710 ESPN and the all-new ESPN LA app.
Trojan fans, Stone IPA has inspired a generation of brewers and beer lovers. Made in Southern California, Stone Brewing's first anniversary ale continues to be today's iconic West Coast style IPA. Crisp, light body.
For those that aren't watching and you're just hearing, Jason's not in the studio with us, so he's going in and out of service because there's a storm in the middle of nowhere where he's at, where he clicked his two heels together in the middle of a tornado, and he just appeared. So he's not here in L.A. with us. He's somewhere in the Midwest. Are you back with it? Oh, you're back. What's up? I was saying great things about you while we lost you.
Did you hear all the great things I was saying about Stone IPA?
No, I heard
Stone
some
Brewing?
of it. Feel free to finish.
Well, yeah, let me remind you all that Stone IPA has inspired a generation of brewers and beer lovers. Made in Southern California, Stone Brewing's first anniversary ale continues to be today's iconic West Coast style IPA. Crisp, light-bodied, and packed with hoppy flavor, located at fine.stonebrewing.com. Better that time?
Great. Amazing.
877-710-3776, 877-710-ESPN. Give us a call. We'll let you do the talking so that you don't have to hear me go out anymore. USC beats Michigan State 45-31 tonight. Sua Craven's Jason Schwartz with you late night here. And let's get right back to the phone lines. We have got Brad from Brea. Brad, welcome back to the show.
877-710-ESPN. Give us a call. We'll let you do the talking so that you don't have to hear me go out anymore.
You got to turn your radio down,
Hey,
brother.
Brad, you got to turn the radio down behind you.
One tonight.
All right, let's get back to Brad from Brea in a little bit. Let's go to Jordan from L.A. Jordan, you're on Trojans Wrap-Up.
Hey, guys. How are you?
Hey, doing all right, Jordan.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Question is this.
Yeah, we got you.
Regarding the secondary. So I'm a huge USC fan, also an Indiana University grad. Watched IU play Illinois today and watched a small, undermanned secondary just dominate them. And Sua, you know this, that often the secondary aggression and attitude can play a big role. And it feels like our secondary plays tentative in a certain way. And I'm no football genius. The coaches know much better than I do. I'm wondering if you guys can explain to me what it is maybe that I'm not getting about our secondary at this point, because the guys we have back there are talented, skilled, etc.
Well, I think you said it. They're being tentative, and they're second-guessing the game they've been playing. And when you're afraid to make a mistake because you know there's a lot of pressure on you, everybody's watching you, you've had a few weeks of bad tape, and now you're feeling the tension, you're feeling kind of tight, you start, hesitating a little bit. And when you play like that, you give up even more plays, and you look even more stiff on film and unsure. And I think it's kind of like if you're a golfer, it's like the case of the yips almost. You're getting in your own way. You're doing things you don't necessarily ever do in practice, like MEs, busted plays. That should never happen. But it seems like our DBs, specifically the corner position, are having trouble communicating and playing the ball downfield. It's just the MEs alone are frustrating, but the penalties and then giving up the easy first downs on early down situations, frustrating. So Yeah, we got to make some changes. I don't know if it's play calling. I don't know if it's going to be personnel. We got a lot of injuries in the DB room right now, so can't go too many linebackers out there. Being in the pass game becomes kind of a mismatch with too many big bodies. So a lot of questions about that secondary right now.
So part of it, from my opinion, is
Jordan,
when I
thanks for the
talk
call,
to
man.
somebody like you, is it how we're calling the game that we're giving up certain things by choice to, the Tampa 2 sort of concept of bend, don't break, et cetera. But like I said, I watch Indiana play Illinois, and I watch 5'7" guys who have no opportunity probably to play in the league, who are quick as crap, covering dudes and on them man to man. And, and we've got the dudes. Marcellus can play. These guys can play. We know they can play. These are skilled dudes.
I mean, yeah, they gotta be better. They gotta be better. Obviously, pass rush works hand in hand with coverage, but our DBs right now, they're just second guessing a lot of things. And I'm not even worried about what Indiana's doing or what they did. I'm more worried about the fact that we have a third consecutive week of giving up a free touchdown, and we did it twice today on busted plays. Like, mental errors, pre-snap errors cannot happen.
100%. Jordan, thanks for the call, man. Let's keep it rolling. We got a good amount of callers for almost 1:30 in the morning on the West Coast.
Great.
Let's go to hey, we got Brad from Brea back apparently. So Brad, hopefully your radio's down this time. Welcome back to the show.
Sorry guys, I was just pulling into my driveway and driving back. I had to make a stop at Tommy's Burgers on the way back to handle this game.
You're good, man. I know it's not your first rodeo, so.
No, it is not my first rodeo. No, it was it was a good game, but watching those busted plays and our secondary get burned. I mean, just kind of repeating what you guys are saying, but the drive in the third quarter where we had 6 penalties and just breathed life back into this team, it was just so frustrating to watch. And I don't want to be whipping a dead horse here, but the officials absolutely hate us. I'm up in the stands. I'm watching the game, but that play on our guy getting blocked into their kicker to keep their drive alive, and then the 5 other penalties on that. It's like I'm just sitting there just going, "Are you kidding me?" It's just very, very frustrating to watch as a fan. We had this team put away. We're up 20, 21 points, and you just keep breathing life back into a team that we personally.
Yeah, but then we put them away though. At the end of the day, I mean, we still put them away.
But you just keep letting them hang around, and in that drive that they had, that it was 5 or 6 penalties, and we should curb stomp.
Well, yeah, I mean, we all know that. Obviously, that drive was ugly, and it was the worst stretch of the game for SC for sure. But I mean, I thought last year's team, we saw them play that way. We saw games kind of go in that direction, and then those teams would end up scoring again, taking a late lead and beating SC. And I thought it was at least promising that USC was able to turn things around and have a pretty solid fourth quarter and end up winning the game 45-31, and probably wasn't even that close.
Yep, absolutely, yeah, absolutely. I just can't help but just hate on the refs, the Big Ten refs that just can't stand us. I don't know. That's just the taste that was left in my mouth. Like the win, Illinois next week. Their number one, their captain on defense is out for the first half for targeting. Hopefully we take care of business there and come back home and keep this gravy train rolling. Love you guys, man. Really appreciate it. Fight on.
Well, I will say, to his point about that drive in the third quarter with all those penalties, that changed the game a lot. Like, this should have been a game where USC won. It looked like they were about to go on to win like 54-17, 54-10 type of deal, and then
right,
8 penalties later, touchdown, and then a quick fumble, and a 21-point lead vanished within 5 minutes of the third quarter. So things like that just can't happen. USC can't allow that to happen, especially on the road next week against Illinois. It's just, you cannot beat yourself.
Let's go to Aiden from Murrieta. Aiden, welcome to Trojans Wrap-Up.
How's it going, guys? Sua, I'm a Vista Murrieta alum like you. I kind of just have the question about the hands to the face calls that we're getting week in, week out. I know Candell, he was always on us. That's just lazy football. Is that just something we have to live with since we're getting pressure, or is that something we have to clean up going down the road?
Well, some of the hands to the face calls have been phantom calls. Like I don't even know where they were looking on some of them. But when you're blitzing, and not necessarily blitzing, because we've been sending 4 and 5. But when you're trying to win one-on-one, your guys just got to be better with their hands. They have to be. You got to be able to beat the tackle or the guard with a swim or a chop or however you're getting it done, spin without getting your hands up there. Because once they're up inside and you get into the face mask or even the collar, they're gonna start throwing flags even when you don't make contact necessarily with the face. So it's got to be more disciplined. You got to practice it.
Sorry, one more thing, and on that, are we okay with getting pressure and letting our DBs kind of play back, or what do we need to work on as DBs to, clean up stuff? Like, what are we looking at in this week's practice if you're the coach?
Well, because we're getting pressure as a DB, you're gonna sit back and give a cushion because you're expecting everything quick immediately, and you don't want to be up on the line of scrimmage and then get beat on a press when there's pressure, because if you miss, it's a touchdown because there's nobody behind you because we're blitzing. So when we bring 4, it's fine because we still have the same amount of bodies there to defend the pass. So our DBs could scoot up a little bit in disguise, and we do that here and there. But when we're one high safety, and we look like we're bringing pressure, even if we don't, our DBs are they're playing tentative and they're second guessing themselves. So when it's one high and they know they got to get back because they don't have anybody behind them, and they know that underneath coverage might be a little late if it's play action or RPO like we've been seeing, it's tough to be aggressive. So teams are just taking advantage of that, and our DBs got to be better. I'm not excusing their performances, but there's a lot of things to consider.
Hey, thanks, Aiden. Appreciate the call. Let's do one more before our next break. We got Robbie from East Long Beach. Robbie, welcome back to Trojans Wrap-Up, man.
How's it going, Sua and Jason? Great win, I thought. The third quarter made me steaming upset, and I was thinking maybe we get Jacoby Covington back. Hopefully by the Illinois game, I'll feel best, like 50-50 for them of winning. And then maybe we put in Law Street for that start due to the hard work of Jason Mayala tonight. I say our quarterback, Jason Mayala, moving forward, give him 1 week of rest, and then he'll be fresher going down the season. And I feel good that maybe we'll have a lot to clean up after that third debacle, and fight on.
Fight on.
Hey, fight on, Robbie.
At this point, I'm down to try anything at the corner position. I don't know. Injuries have really hurt that group. Transfers, we were supposed to get guys to step up in the transfer portal, and they haven't yet. So, I don't know. DeCarlos, he's got to step it up, too. If he's going to be the leader of that group, he's got to step it up, too. There's a lot to work on in the DB room, and somebody's got to be a leader. Somebody's got to show them. I don't know what else to say about it. It's got to get fixed.
Hey, Trojan fans, at Ralph's, you get high quality and low prices, so you never have to compromise your budget. Save on thousands of items throughout the store. Ralph's, fresh for everyone. Final tonight at the Coliseum, USC 45, Michigan State 31. You're listening to Trojans Wrap-Up presented by Modelo. Sua Cravens and Jason Schwartz here taking your phone calls. We'll take it.
If you are a fighter, Modelo is your reward. So listen close.
You put up with a lot, but you always hold it down for your people. You are strong, you are fearless, you are the baddest on the block. You are an elbow grease factory, a force of nature. You are not to be reckoned with. You are a ride or die, a powerhouse of productivity. You are a fighter, and Modelo is your reward. You've earned every last drop of this rich golden lager, so raise it up high. Modelo, the mark of a fighter. Drink responsibly. Beer imported by Crown Imports, Chicago, Illinois.
Are you ready to unleash the beast? Monster Energy is here to give you the edge this college tailgate season. Loaded with bold flavors, our powerful blend gives you the energy you need to push you beyond your limits. Tune in all season long with Monster, the energy drink of ESPN Radio College Football Tour. Power your performance with a drink that's as hungry for victory as you are. Crack open an ice-cold Monster and dominate the competition. Monster Energy. Unleash the beast. Grab yours today.
The road is calling. Embrace the thrill of the drive with the fully electric Audi Q6 e-tron. Featuring effortless power, serious acceleration, and advanced Audi tech. The next chapter of Audi is here. Get exceptional offers at your local Audi dealer.
Visit SoCalAudiDealers.com for more information.
All right, USC Credit Union team, huddle up. Maria wants a new sedan, and we're the team to get it for her. Tommy, what are the specs?
Blue, 4-door, electric. She likes the safety features and fuel savings.
Great, because at USC Credit Union, she can get a discount for an EV. Plus, our auto loans already have great rates and flexible terms. All right, team, let's get her approved on 2 great rates.
Buy or refi at USC Credit Union, with or without football references. Visit usccreditunion.org and apply today. Federally insured by NCUA.
You're listening to USC Football.
Hear every moment of USC football on 710 ESPN and the all-new ESPN LA app.
Trojan fans, fuel your wellness journey with Cookies, the proud CBD and wellness partner of USC Athletics. Discover products crafted to support a balanced lifestyle. Elevate your game day experience with Cookies today. Fight on. Trojans wrap-up presented by Modelo. Sua Craven's Jason Schwartz here after USC beats Michigan State 45-31, and still got a lot of callers waiting on the line. Going to try to get to as many as possible tonight, so we'll try to keep moving through them. Let's go to the Spanish radio voice of the USC Trojans. I think driving back to Vegas right now. We got Harry Ruiz on the line. Harry, welcome to Trojans Wrap-Up.
Fellas, first off, thank you so much for the entertainment, helping me out get back home. I still got 3 hours and 20 minutes left before I make it back to Vegas.
Goodness.
So thank you so much.
Man,
but hey,
don't
after
envy
a win,
you, Harry.
Hey, after a win, it doesn't feel that bad. But, man, I want to give big-time props, big-time credit to Jaden Mayava. Everybody can look at the 5 touchdowns that he had total today. Everybody can look at him not having any turnovers for a 4th game in a row, 7-1 as a starter for USC football. But look at that 3rd down play that kicked off the 4th quarter. He had pressure on his tail, and he made it happen. He moved the chains. The Trojans were only up by 7 right there. If they don't move the chains right there in 3rd down, it's a completely different game. So I got to give props to Jaden Mayava. He was a game changer today.
Yes.
Jaden definitely
Harry,
balling out.
I'm glad you said that. I was hoping somebody would call and say something about Jaden. We've been talking a lot about the.
Yeah, you know what? And I'm glad he got cut out right at that moment. Because what is he talking about where we don't talk about the quarterback? Jaden gets all the love all the time. Like, as a defender, let's mix it up sometimes. We should have an all defensive show no matter how many touchdowns the offense scores. We should only talk about the defense. Offense gets all the love.
No, not one caller tonight, Sua, has called to talk about Jaden Mayava until Harry just now. And he's playing some really, really good football.
Best quarterback in the Big Ten right now. Best quarterback in the Big Ten right now.
Yeah, and that's the first time we've seen.
Yes, see, look, the football gods are hushing him up because they're like, you know what, Sua, you got this. We're going to help you out because we know Jason always bullies you on the mic. So they're finally mediating whatever this – this dynamic is as he's on the road. So I'm grateful.
Yo, Sua, you're a superstar, brother. And my guy, Jason, too. You guys are the best. Always great entertainment. I got a question for you, Sua. Were you ever part of a game where there was a lengthy 20-minute stop because a player got injured? I felt like that was something that just took the oxygen out of the Coliseum, and it made it tough to continue. And fortunately, the Trojans, right next play, they were able to get a touchdown. But, man, that was tough to be a part of and just be talk about on the air for that lengthy stoppage.
Yeah, I've been in a few games where injuries were lengthy and a few TV timeouts, and it kind of stopped all the momentum and rhythm that we had in the game. But it is what it is. That's football. You got to shake it off and get ready for the next play. You got to be mentally locked in no matter what happens. And I don't even like using the rain delays or weather delays like we had last week for an excuse either. You're coming to do a job. You got to finish and execute.
Listen, thank you guys so much, and hey, keep rolling with the calls. I know you guys want to get home too, so take care, and I'll talk to you guys in a couple of weeks. All right?
Drive safe, man. You are a warrior doing that.
Hey, drive safe, Harry. Appreciate you. Good to talk to Harry. Let's go out to Pam from Temple City. Pam, how you doing this week?
Thank you so much, guys. First of all, I wanted to send out my prayers to Wayne Matthews and his family and the team. And I just think it was wonderful how both teams were unified and said that prayer at the end of the game. I was very touched by it, and I won't go into my concerns because you guys have already touched on it, you and the callers. But I wanted to share one thing is I'm really praying that for the rest of the games, that Jonathan Smith and Michigan State wins all their games. I have a soft spot in my heart for him because I take Dial-Ride to go to Mass, being that I'm blind, I don't drive. And a few years back when I was taking Dial-Ride, I had the honor and privilege of riding with his grandmother, Catherine Johnson. We would take Dial-Ride together. We became very, very good friends, God rest her soul. But she used to dote on her grandson all the time when he was with Washington and before that, and of course when he got the job with Oregon State, and so I pray that other than when they play us, I pray that they win all their games. And as I say, I pray for Wayne Matthews, and I just hope we can clean things up so that because we're not going to get away with a win in these as these games get harder and harder. So anyway. That's all I have. I really appreciate you guys taking time with me. Thank you.
Well, you are definitely
always, Pam. And
sweet lady, Pam.
I'm glad you brought that up, Pam. That was really cool at the end of the game to see all those guys come together like that. That was definitely a touching moment. I'm glad Pete was able to describe that on the air, and Pam, I'm glad you brought it up. Thank you.
Yeah, we're definitely sending prayers out to him and his family. Hoping he's okay.
Yeah, absolutely. Let's do one more call before our final break. We got Rich in El Modena. Rich, welcome to Trojans Wrap Up.
Yeah, hey guys. God bless you guys. Appreciate you very much. Last time we talked, I was in Altadena, and my phone, because of the airwaves, came out, and Sua, you said, "Hey, pay your phone bill, dude." And my fiance, who was with me, my fiance said, "What is he, a wise guy?" I said, "No." I said, "No, Sua's just kidding. He's just kidding around." And she knows I'm a preacher, but I'm also a USC fanatic. And both of our homes now have burned down. We've been in the same hotel here since the January fire. And so it's great to have the Trojans to listen to as we rebuild and so forth. But my question tonight is, does Mekhi Lemon have top-end speed? Can he take the top off of the defense? And because I'm worried that if he gets hurt, we might be in trouble. And I'm also going to say, too, that if we played Oregon today, I think we would lose. And want your comments on that, Sue, and your workmate there.
Well, I'm sorry to hear about your home. I'm praying for you and your family and everybody in that entire surrounding area for all their loss. That fire was devastating. My home was also, affected. We had to evacuate. So, prayers out to you guys, and I'm hoping that you're getting the aid and relief that you need as you stay in that hotel, because being displaced sucks. So sending you prayers. As far as Mekhi goes, I don't know. He looks a little bit more quicker than fast, but he also has top end speed because he runs away from guys clearly on his route tree. So I don't know. I think he might be more quicker. I think he's a true slot receiver at the next level, I think. But that's no knock to his speed. I just think he's better on the inside. But yeah, I forgot his last question.
Well, I was making the comment, Sula, that given our DVAC situation right now, if we played Oregon today, I think we'd get smoked.
Yeah. That's fair. I would say I agree with you. At this point in time, we can't afford to be spotting the Oregon Ducks in Eugene 14 points, because that's what we did today. And every team we've played prior to, we spotted them 7. I don't think there's a situation where we ever say, hey, let's just give the Oregon Ducks 7 points just for the fun of it and see if we can climb ourselves out of this hole we've dug. We can't do that in our defense, specifically our secondary. It's creating those type of holes that can sink a ship. So they got to get it cleaned up. They got to finish, and they just got to be more disciplined.
Yeah, Rich, thanks for the call, man, and for sharing. Definitely wishing you all the best, and glad you got USC football back. Let's do one last break here. We'll come back, get to a couple final calls. We'll wrap things up here on Trojans Wrap Up, presented by Modelo. USC 45, Michigan State 31, the final tonight at the Coliseum. Back next on the ESPN LA USC Trojans Media Network.
Hi, Trojan fans. Are you ready to fight on? Fruitist Blueberries got your back. All across the gridiron, straight into the end zone, our berries pack flavor and crunch into every bite. Get ready for Fruitist Blueberries, official superfruit snack sponsor of USC Trojans football. Delicious, healthy, and always ready to win. Snack smarter. Snack Fruitist, because even our berries fight on. Fruitist, Fruitist, for the love of fruit. Available in stores near you.
Invesco QQQ is the official ETF partner of the USC Trojans. The future isn't scary. Not realizing its potential, however, could be. In the game of football, the goal is to build a winning team that strives for excellence on the field. And how do you do that? By fulfilling each player's potential for growth. That's like having your starting quarterback throw the perfect spiral for a touchdown. Let's rethink possibility. Invesco Distributors, Inc.
It's time to recharge, reconnect, and rediscover your perfect combination at Pechanga Resort Casino. And with your resort favorites back in action, there's all of the excitement and comfort you love, with the peace of mind you can depend on. So whenever you're ready for a little rest, a little relaxation, and a lot of fun, we'll be here. Play your perfect combination at Pechanga Resort Casino today.
Tommy Trojan is at the 10, the 5, touchdown, USC!
Make big plays on the field and in life. With iTrust Capital, you can buy and sell crypto 24/7 in a secure premium custody account or in a tax-advantaged crypto IRA. iTrust Capital is easy to use and has no sign-up fees. Don't be a Monday morning quarterback. Make big plays now. Visit itrustcapital.com/USC to start investing today. Use promo code Trojans to get $100. iTrust Capital, the official cryptocurrency platform of the USC Trojans.
Taxes and conditions may apply. Fees apply. Cryptocurrencies are a speculative investment.
You're listening to USC Football.
Hear every moment of USC football on 710 ESPN and the all-new ESPN LA app.
Welcome back to Trojans Wrap-Up, presented by Modelo. Jason Schwartz, Sua Cravens here with you, wrapping things up. Final segment here. Trojans 45, Michigan State 31, our final score tonight. And let's get to our last couple callers here. We got Eddie from Whittier. Eddie, what's going on? You're on Trojans Wrap-Up.
Hey, how's it going, fellas? Thank you for taking my call. I was actually driving home from the game. Had to bring in my 3-year-old and my 10-year-old. They stayed up all night. So I missed some of the calls, so I don't know if you guys touched space on this, but I just wanted to bring up, I remember in the beginning of the season listening to some of the analysts and the USCfootball.com and all these guys talking about how we were going to pound the ball, that this season we were going to run heavy. I feel like we got a great stable of running backs, and I feel like we don't use them enough. A couple times in the game, it seemed like Lincoln Riley would call a run play, and then one of our backs, I think it was Waymo, took off for like 35, 40 yards, and then pass, and then it was like 3 and out or something like that. So I'm curious to know what you guys think. Is that frustrating? Is that just kind of the stubbornness in him? Or, I believe we got to keep running the ball, and it's been pretty
they rushed
efficient.
for 283 yards, and Jordan and Sanders combined for 31 rushing attempts. So did you feel like that was a problem
on the
tonight?
sequence, like in one of the sequences where they bust off for that long run, and then we just go pass, and then it's like, all right, we punt. It's like kind of seems it's a little frustrating. I feel like if it's working, we should keep running it. I know they had a lot of runs, but I feel like it was more towards the fourth quarter when they started running the ball a lot more. Maybe somebody told them, hey, the run has been working, get back to it or something. But I feel like up to like almost the third quarter, we weren't running as much. And I feel like the fourth quarter was more where we started running just because we were killing the clock or just eating up a lot of the clock.
I think we'd all be better off with the understanding that this is a air raid offense. So no matter what, naturally this offense is pass happy. No one wants to pass first. But given what we've seen in the past compared to what we're seeing now, I think it's completely different. I think we are running the football a lot more. Could we run the ball more? Yes, but that's simply because this is an offense that leans on the pass. That's what this entire attack is predicated on. So I hear you, but I think going into the games with the mindset of, I know my offense wants to pass the ball would kind of not ease your concerns, but help you understand why something is continuing to happen.
All right, thanks for the call, Eddie. Let's get to our last caller of the night. We got Dan, who was getting on the 101 when he called, but I'm assuming he's on there already. And
Dan,
10 more minutes, guys. Good morning. Thanks for the time. First, I wanted after it feels like 20 years of watching running quarterbacks kill SC against undisciplined rush lanes, man, it was nice to see those guys mostly stick in their lanes and be where they needed to be. Felt like Childs as a scrambler barely did anything tonight.
And you can put that on Eric Gentry. The whole team did a good job with their rush lanes, keeping contained, not letting him run all over the place, especially on third down, third and long. There was a few third and longs where he broke the pocket, and if we weren't there, would have went off the shelf for 20 yards, extended drive, completely changed the game early. But Eric Gentry specifically had 2 plays where he broke down in the open field, one-on-one with Childs, who's the mobile quarterback, and brought him down, create fourth down, and punt the ball. Like, that's what you need from your leaders on defense. And it might not be the biggest play on defense, not an interception or a sack, but the plays like that on film are what a championship defense is made of.
Hey, Dan, thanks for the call, man. Yeah, Eric Gentry, he's playing some great football to start the season. Really good football. And they had a lot of praise for him on the Fox broadcast tonight. All right, let's get things moving here. We got Illinois next week. Well, first of all, Sua, your score prediction for this week was USC 38, Michigan State 21. It's not as close as you have been in the past, but
3 points off.
What do you got for next week at Illinois? 3 points off for who?
For the total score, like that we won by 14. I had us winning by 17.
Okay. All right. What do you got next week for Illinois?
I don't know. Illinois just got their cheeks waxed off, so it's like hard because first pause, but it's hard because you don't know what team you're gonna get. Are you gonna get the team that just played Indiana and got rolled over, or are you gonna get a team that's pissed off at home with a point to prove because Big Noon is there? So I'm gonna go 35-17 USC.
Could today have been a trap game for Illinois?
Yeah. It was a trap game. They were the top 10 team. I believe they were on the road. So, conference game, early conference game against a ranked opponent. Yeah, you can say it's a trap game, but you knew the type of opponent you were getting when you played them. USC doesn't know the type of opponent they're getting because Illinois was supposed to be good, it's supposed to be a top 10 team. Now you don't know who you're playing.
For USC at Illinois. All right, time to get to our Arco top-tier performances of the game, and I'll start it off. I'm going to go with Jaden Mayava, 20 out of 26, 3 touchdowns in the air, 2 more on the ground. I'm just so impressed with the football that Jaden Mayava is playing through the first 4 games of the season. I'm excited to see next week, tough environment, the toughest matchup yet for USC. I'm really excited to see what Mayava shows us next week. But he's my Arco top-tier performer today.
I was going to go Mayava, but since you did, I'll go Lemon. Shows up when Jacoby's out, leads by example, scores a few different ways, and continues to be a bright star on this very powerful USC offense.
All right, those are our Arco top-tier performances of the game. Sue up. Almost 2 a.m. Any final thoughts?
I have a family, okay? I have a family. I have to be back in this very seat.
You'll see them in the morning. They're asleep.
Yeah, I have to be. No, I won't see them in the morning. You want to know why? Because I have to be back in this very seat in 6 hours. T-minus 6 hours, okay? I have a family.
Oh.
Yeah, we can't hear you anymore. The radio gods have said, Sua, take it on home. So thanks, everybody. This has been the Trojans wrap-up show. I am your co-host, Sua Cravens. When Jason comes back, he'll start working again. Good to see everybody. Good night. Go home. I have a family. Fight on.
Hey, let me just say one thing, Sue. The final score is presented by Wells Fargo, the official retail bank of USC Athletics, and today's final score was USC 45, Michigan State 31. Let me try to get this in before I drop again, but we thank you all for your calls. USC's next game.
USC's next game is next Saturday in Illinois. Big noon kickoff. Don't miss it. Is that good enough, Jason?
Am I back? All right. The executive producer for USC football is Matt Wells. Our producer is Rick Cutler, and in the studio is Kasim Diakate with Parker Bell producing the YouTube show and Jose De La Roca on highlights. For Sua Cravens, I'm Jason Schwartz. Once again, USC beats Michigan State 45-31. This has been USC Trojans Wrap-Up. Fight on, everybody.
You've been listening to the USC Football Wrap-Up Show presented by Modelo.
An exclusive presentation by USC Sports Properties and Playfly Sports.
Stay tuned right here on ESPN LA and the USC Trojan Media Network all week long for everything USC Trojans. Fight on.
Fight on.
Thank you for listening to USC Michigan State tonight, right here on ESPN LA, KSPN Los Angeles, a Good Karma Brands radio station. We now join ESPN Radio to catch you up on your entire college game day and what's going on in the world of sports on LA's mega sports station, ESPN LA. Fight on!
Your LA Rams. The Rams play here. KSPN, Los Angeles.
710 ESPN.
A Good Karma Brands radio station.
Coming up on SportsCenter all night.
DJ Lagway and the Reeling Gators head to Hard Rock Stadium for a matchup with Carson Beck and the undefeated Hurricanes.
Beck goes under center. He turns. He gives. Left side. Hurricanes pushing the pile. At the one. And touchdown! Touchdown, Miami!
Jackson Arnold leads the 22nd-ranked Auburn Tigers against Heisman frontrunner John Mateer and the 11th-ranked Oklahoma Sooners.
Olsen in the backfield, snap, Arnold, play fake. He's going to throw toward Coleman, who turns, makes the catch. Touchdown, Auburn. His tall receiver, Cam Coleman.
Mariners and Astros face off as division races come down to the wire.
0-2. There's a ball in the air to right. Right center going back, looking, and it is gone. Raleigh to right center into the Astros bullpen. Number 57 for Cal Raleigh.
Plus, we get you set for more Week 3 NFL action.
It's Week 3, and so I'm waiting for, is this a must-win? Listen, it's an important game. It's a division game, all right? It's an important game, obviously.
From the worldwide headquarters of ESPN, this is SportsCenter all night on ESPN Radio and on the ESPN app. Now, here's Jay Reynolds.
Defiance does not mean bouncing back. SportsCenter all night, ESPN Radio, the ESPN app, Sirius XM, channel 80. Going yard and going for milestones, that's on the way. But Saturday, of course, chock full of college football. SportsCenter all night is presented by Dr. Pepper. It's not college football season without the delicious taste of an ice cold Dr. Pepper. College football, it's a Pepper thing. Among Saturday's matchups, an SEC showdown of ranked teams. Number 11, Oklahoma. 22nd ranked Auburn.
2nd and 22. Pass wide open at the one and into the end zone. Touchdown.
Hey, this is Rich Eisen. The Hall of Famers Mason and Ireland have a new show to lead into theirs. The Rich Eisen Show comes to ESPN LA. My show from 9 a.m. to noon, followed by Mason and Ireland. The perfect 1-2 punch for your workday.
OU offensive coordinator Ben Arbuckle saying it was not a deception play. It was legal. Centennia had checked with the official prior to the play. The SEC has a different view. They say the play was not legal. The conference actually released a statement Saturday night reading in part, quote, the officiating crew did not properly interpret the action as a hideout tactic. The statement would go on to say appropriate accountability will be applied. By the fourth quarter, game was still tight.
First and goal, Auburn from the 4. Did I say I really like going for it on 4th down there? Here's a sweep, jet sweep, and into the end zone. Touchdown, Malcolm Simmons, who came across the formation right to left, has tied the game, and the point after could give Auburn the lead with 7:08 to go.
PAT does give Auburn a 17-16 lead, but OU responds on its ensuing